These days you can get answer to almost every question. It is right there in your pocket. But have you noticed that even after getting that answer, you're still not free? You're still repeating the same pattern, although that question felt so urgent in your mind as if you really needed the answer right now. But even after getting the answer, nothing changed. Why? Because some answers need to be lived. So that's why I came here in humans' default setting in the nature, so that we can talk unfiltered, raw, just like this place. There's something beautiful about nature. We feel so raw and real because this is where we are supposed to be. And now we are in the cities, we are living in the apartments, too busy in our screen. So that's okay. That is also needed. But now let's get started. Let me set up the camera somewhere. This seems like a nice spot, isn't it? Welcome to Unfiltered Presence. My name is Siddharth, and this is the place where we slow everything down and we really talk about whatever is going on in our life. Not as a coach, not as a guide, but as a human to human, soul to soul. Let's begin. So, I've been noticing something a lot lately. People have great questions, great spiritual questions, which takes years to get answers to. But now we are feeding it into AI chatbots. We are feeding it into tarot. We are just trying to find some quick solution, quick answer as soon as possible. How do I do this? Please tell me, how can I become more spiritual? How can I break my loop? How can I be free? I want this instant answer. Why did this happen? Oh, let me try astrology. Let me try something else just to get this answer. These tools are not wrong, but I want you to notice your energy behind these questions. As if you want to speed run this spirituality. You want to reach the end chapter as soon as possible. Or just like we watch reels in 2x these days, we want everything to be done very quickly. Spirituality doesn't work like that. I have a proof, because once you get your answers, once you got your answer from tarot or astrology or wherever, the life still remains the same. Life is not changing. Your actions are not changing. So, somewhere getting these answers is not helping us. Not anymore. We think it will help us, but it does not. But it definitely gives you the temporary relief. But that temporary relief has become your problem now. Because every time you have that urge, you go and find the answer, you feel better. Now, it is not helping you be free from that urge. Why there is an urge? Especially with that spirituality, having that urge or a desire to know yourself, desire to know the universe, desire to feel that soul and the connection to the divine is real. But you very well know that it cannot be done ASAP. It cannot be done through rituals, not through retreats or plant medicine or through drugs. It is not going to happen. It may give you some experience, but it is not very lasting. So this is what I've been seeing, and this is what spiritual gurus used to do as well. If you have heard any spiritual story, the guru will never give direct answer to the student. They will not do it. Instead, they will ask them to, hey, go cut the tree or collect the woods or go fetch water. They will give them some unrelated task so that while doing that task, they can learn themselves. That is the true wisdom. And that's exactly what I also practice with my clients, with you guys as well. When you'll be asking me a question, I don't really just hand over the advice or do this, or there are 5 things you need to do, because I know that is a cheap advice. Nobody is going to follow it. Not even you are going to follow it. So that's why I don't give any advice or anything that, oh, do this. Instead, I point you towards yourself. I point you so that you can find your own lived answers. Not mine, not some other spiritual gurus, your own answers that are going to change your life. Nobody else can. On that note, let's get started with today's episode. Let's see which is the first question I'm answering today. So when you listen to the answers of this question, I want you to sit with it. Allow yourself to process it. No need to fix anything. This is just the doorway. Okay, so the first question I have is, why do some moments feel more real than rest of the life? That's a very interesting question. Why do some moments feel more real than rest of the life? And I totally get that. Someday if you are just sitting and probably having some coffee or sitting in a cafe or just walking in a random street where you walk almost on a daily basis, or it could be you're in the nature and the light is hitting you in a different way, and just for a second you zoom out. Just for a second you realize that where you are, and it feels so real. Or it could be with a person. You're just there and everything fades away. And those moments definitely look very real. So I get what you are talking about. You just for a moment just zoom out and you realize that where I am. Coming to your answer, it's not that the other moments are false and only this moment is real. But in this moment, you are real. You are fully present in that moment. For a fraction of second, all your thoughts, all your worries, all your problems, they all go quiet. Just for a second. For that particular second, there is nothing but pure awareness, pure witnessing, your own witnessing, witness consciousness. So for a fraction of seconds, everything goes quiet and you're just there, fully being in that moment. And that's why it looks very real. I wouldn't be focusing more on why this moment is real and why others are not. Instead, I will shift my focus towards why am I carrying all the unreal moments in the present moment? Why the yesterday's conversation is playing in my head, why I'm driven towards future worries instead of just being here in this moment just as it is. That is something to think about because that is your liberation. When you are fully being in that moment with your mind and body fully aligned in this moment, that becomes real because you are present. So definitely little present moment awareness will help you. Not only it will silence your mind, but also you'll become more productive because things are very real. If you want to do it right now, let me help you out. Right now, you're listening to me, you're watching this video, wherever you are, right? In this moment, I want you to take one long breath. Beautiful. Feel your feet. Where are your feet? Notice the sensation in your feet, right? So, this moment, I want you to just zoom out. Zoom out from your phone or laptop, wherever you're watching it. Zoom out and notice that you are here. In this moment, you and me are together in this moment, no matter when you're watching it or where you're watching it. This moment is real for both of us. So that's how you be in that moment, fully. Not in your mind, not in the thoughts, fully being in that moment. That's how you make those moments more real than others because you become real. Shall we move on to our next question? The second question, why do we search for love outside if we know it is within us? Now, this one hits different. And there are two answers for it. One is a spiritual answer and one is a human answer. So, let me give you the spiritual answer first. You are love. It's not that you have love, you will get love. You are love. Just like water is wet. Water does not need an external object to be wet. It is already there. It is the essence of water to be wet. Just like the essence of your being, your soul, is that you are love. Now, even after knowing this, it still does not liberate people. Everybody knows that, oh, I am love. I'm supposed to find love within. Everything is within. Why am I looking outside? Because that's why I said there is a spiritual answer and there is a human answer. Spiritually, you know that the essence of your soul is Sat Chit Anand. Sat Chit Anand means existence, consciousness, bliss. So love is your natural state. Love is your essence. But somewhere it is not yet integrated. The mind may know it, you may read about it, you may write about it in affirmations, but again, it does not work. Why? Because of the human aspect. Let's talk about the human aspect. The moment you are born very helpless. You need somebody else to take care of you. You need somebody else to feed you. So you're not generating anything all by yourself. Everything is coming from outside. And as you grow up, the love also comes from outside. It is not something which you develop within you. It comes from outside just like other needs. There is nothing spiritual about it, but this is very raw. This is very honest thing. This is biology that you need somebody else to feed you. So when you are a child, you need somebody else to take care of you. So everything is dependent on outside, including love at times. Sometimes love becomes conditional. Sometimes love comes at a cost or a price. So it is very human thing that we look for love outside. Now, you may get the spiritual answer, but the mind knows it. The body has still learned since childhood, since you were this small. Since then, the body has learned a different definition of love, that it always comes from outside. So body has learned something through experiences, and now your intellect, your mind is saying that, hey, no, love is within you. So of course there is a conflict, there is a gap. And this gap cannot be bridged by thinking more or by repeating it, writing it over and over and over again. It's not going to help. It needs to be lived. That's why all your answers need to be lived. And how will you live it? Every time you have that urge to look for love outside, you return back to yourself. You need to really train your body. You keep returning back to yourself through your choices. What is karma? Karma means actions, and actions comes from choices. So if you continue to look for love outside and then your behavior is also driven towards it, you're chasing, you're begging, you're silencing yourself, you're abandoning yourself, then of course things are going to repeat in the same way. You will always be dependent on external person to give you love. But then now you know the truth. Now you are getting that urge, but you are training yourself to return back to yourself, not following that urge. And that's exactly what I'm training in the Wisdom Circle. The community which I have created, that's exactly what we practice there. How to return back to yourself. How to stop that urge where you abandon yourself. We are breaking the patterns, we are breaking the loops in real time. In case you have not joined it already, I'll drop the link in the description. Go ahead and join it. So every week I drop one lesson every Sunday, and then there are live webinars, then there are live sessions, a lot of Q&As. So anybody who wants to integrate the knowledge, who wants need in helping you embody the knowledge, Wisdom Circle is the place. So go check it out. So I hope you got the answer to your question. Okay, our third question. Why does soul liberation seem important, but the mind lacks the real wish of opting for it? Let me translate it in easier words. Why, even when you know that you want to be liberated, you want freedom, why we are still not being able to do it? Why the mind still pulls back? That's a beautiful question. And this question, I'm pretty sure somebody who has walked on this path for a very long time is asking. Because this is the real core of spirituality. This is where every spiritual person gets stuck. They want to be free, but the mind pulls back. Think of an idea of you. What makes you you? Your thoughts, your behavior, your friends, your family, your qualities, you. And in order to find liberation, you need to let go of this idea of you. This idea of you has your stories, your thoughts, your behavior, your emotions, and whatnot. And most people in spiritual community lie. They pretend that they want freedom. They pretend that they actually want liberation. Because liberation comes at a cost. What do you need for liberation? Detachment. Letting go not only of this material world, but letting go of the idea of you. This you who needs to go as well. And this you is not ready to go. I mean, think about even you and me. Everything that makes me Siddharth and everything that makes you you, are you ready to let go of it? Because that's what it requires. That's the demand of liberation, letting go. And we very well know, the moment we are born, we very well know that we are bound to die one day. But still we want to trick ourselves that, oh, other people are dying. It's not going to be us. We will live. We kind of lie to our own self. We very well know that nothing in this world is permanent. I have to lose it one day. But still we get attached. Still we hold on. Still we think that something can truly be mine. I can actually possess it. And this possession from objects, from external things is one thing. But the mind also gets attached to this idea of you, everything that makes you you. So you think that mind knows that it wants liberation. Mind is the thing you need liberation from. As long as that mind is active, you cannot be fully liberated. And what do we do in meditation? That's exactly what we do. For the initial 15-20 minutes, what you are doing, you're just slowing down. You're quietening the mind. And after that, the meditation starts. I absolutely recommend everybody to at least meditate for an hour and 15 minutes where you are simply sitting and quietening the mind. That's all. Because as long as the mind is active, you will not be able to let go of this idea of you. This is the deepest spiritual puzzle. Winning from your own mind. You may be able to let go of people. You may let go of the money, the wealth, materialistic things. You may even take sannyas or go live as a monk. But how do you let go of the idea of you? That identity, that ego is very smart, and it will let you play. It will let you play with spirituality. It will let you read Bhagavad Gita. It will let you practice meditations. It will let you go on retreats and talk about ego death. But when it actually comes to letting go of your ego, that's when it pushes back. And that's the push and pull. That's the fight. And that's one fight every spiritual seeker needs to go through. So that's okay. You don't have to do it immediately. And plus, you cannot do it with force. And that's exactly what I do in my main program, The Karmic Lens. We let go of this conditioned identity. We cannot kill the entire ego, but this survival identity, which keeps repeating the same pattern in your life, we put it to rest. And this new identity is born, a new ego is born. So that's why we never can kill ego. But that is the goal. If you want liberation, that's what we need to do. Let go of this ego. Let go of this idea of you. Not only the survival self, but everything about you. And that's beautiful. And that's where a song will start playing in your heart. That's when you will start seeing the oneness and divine in everything. I think that would be a beautiful experience. For that, the idea of you needs to go away. You do not need to liberate for your mind, but you need to liberate from your mind. So that's the goal. But I love that you are actually able to see this. You are actually able to witness this, and such beautiful question you have asked. For now, the idea is only to let go. Let go of everything that you are. First, start with survival patterns so that you can actually live freely. If you are continuing the same loop, same karmic patterns, then nothing is going to be helpful. If you need my help, reach out to me. But later on, by the end of this life, we are letting go of every idea of you, including this mind and the body. That's liberation. That's true liberation. If you notice in all three questions, one thing is common. They were all asking for different things, one for love, one for mind, one for soul liberation. They were all different. But the essence remains the same. That why, even after knowing, I'm not able to do it. I know everything. See, knowledge is not the problem. We are living in this time where we have most amount of spiritual knowledge. This generation get access to maximum amount of spiritual knowledge, not only from one culture, from one community, all around the world. All different knowledge is available to you as if it is a map. But do not mistake map for the walk. Map is there for you. All it is asking you to walk on it. And that's what my request to you as well. Start doing few things. Start being few things. Start implementing tiny things and have patience. Patience is very important. Do not rush this spiritual growth. Do not rush these answers. Sit with these questions, let it settle, let the universe respond to you, let the universe answer you in its own way, not through numbers and all of that, but you will know your answer because it will be lived. You will get your lesson, it will be lived. And I can only give you the map and I can only show you where to walk. It would be you who needs to walk on it. And that would not be my path, it would be your own path. It won't be a path of another spiritual guru or anybody. It will be your own path. Then only it becomes true to you. Then only it will lead you to liberation. Then only it will lead you to that fullness, that wholeness, that love within you. It will lead you to that. I'm already giving you the spoilers, but you need to walk on it. Walking part is yours. Do not confuse the map for the walk and do not walk somebody else's trail. You make your own trail, you make your own path. That's the goal. And I will help you in whatever way I can to help you return back to yourself, to help you create that own path. And that's why I loved these questions which you asked today. They did not have like a correct, direct answers, but they have depth. And that depth can lead you to liberation. That depth can lead you to freedom. That depth will lead you to your own true self. But for that, you need to walk on the trail. You need to start walking on this path and have patience. Until next time, Do take care of yourself. This is me, Siddharth, signing off. This is Unfiltered Presence.